Take it away.
Did you know that there are 15 parts of your body that are almost completely useless? And some of them are much more obvious than you would think. So they're both internal and external. I mean, there's a couple that, there are more internal than there are external, but I'm going to talk about 3. And obviously I'm not a doctor, but a weird thing is I've talked about this a lot. Like, I've given at least 3 speeches that have addressed these things being useless. And I don't know why, I just like talking about it, and it's an interesting topic. So the 3 things I'm going to talk about are fingernails, eyebrows, and the male nipple. So your fingernails virtually have no use. They can show like your health. So if you have like really yellow nails, it could mean that you're like malnourished or dehydrated, or like smokers, if somebody who smokes like a lot of cigarettes can have really yellow and brittle nails. So it does kind of show how healthy you are, but they kind of don't have any use because a lot of scientists think that the only reason we have them is because, like, with the theory of evolution, a lot of primates have fingernails, and like they think that if like the theory of evolution is true, that's why we have them, because there was a time when all animals had claws, which are long and pointy and are used to like eat and scratch and like climb, but we have little nubby fingers that like our nails don't really grow to a point. So like they don't really help us do much. There was a time when scientists thought that they helped with moving, but now we don't really need them. So it's kind of useless. I mean, a lot of people paint their fingernails, but other than like cosmetic purposes, there's no real reason to have them. And my next one is eyebrows, which are also again kind of pointless, other than the fact that we would look kind of odd without them. But there was a time when like humans used to live in the wild where they would help keep like dust and debris and water out of our eyes, but today you can shave them off, you can dye them, you can completely get them removed forever, and you would still be able to go about your regular life. And again, with the evolution thing, all primates have eyebrows, but theirs are almost opposite of ours. Like, we have hair, whereas like theirs is like bald skin, which is really interesting. I don't know where that kind of changed. But another thing that our eyebrows do help us with is expression. So like getting to know with like, oh, this person's mad, this person's really happy. So like it does help us like socially, but other than that, it doesn't really have a use. And my final topic is the male nipple. And the reason, so we all know why girls have nipples, because like they actually have a use for them later on in life. But the reason why males have nipples is because both guys and girls, when they're in the womb, they follow a genetic blueprint of like development until like a few weeks in, when the X and the Y chromosome kick in to say if you're a boy or a girl. So since nipples develop within like the first 3 to 4 weeks of being conceived, once that X or Y chromosome that kicks in that says, oh, this is a boy, this is a girl, the nipples just stay. And so for the girls, they continue to develop, but for the guys, they just sit there and they don't do anything. So scientists don't really know why they still have them or why they just decided to stick around, but a lot of scientists believe that eventually in a couple thousand years, things like eyebrows and fingernails and like male nipples, we might not have those. Because of like evolution and adapting. You know, when you adapt, you get rid of the things that you don't need. So there are many parts of the body that are useless, like I said, at least 15. But the 3 that I think are the most interesting are the fingernails, the eyebrows, and the nipples. And I hope this piqued your interest in the human body, and thank you for listening.